welcome to video number 19, word problems from geometry. I'm Ms. Yadira.
And I'm Ms. Les. Okay, so let's get to example number 1. Okay, so example 1 says the length of a rectangle is 8 centimeters more than twice its width, and the perimeter of the rectangle is 82 centimeters. Find the width of the rectangle. Okay, so for geometry, any problem that you have, and if there's no diagram and we can draw a diagram, it would be a great idea. So let's, let me just get a pen quickly. Okay, so let's sketch the rectangle. Okay, and label it with the given information. So I know that the length of the rectangle is 8 centimeters more than twice its width. And I'm looking for the width of the rectangle. So if I represent the width with W, okay, so I have W over here, the length is 8 centimeters more than twice the width. So my length is 2 times the width plus 8. So is the other side. So I have 2 times the width plus 8. And the other piece of information is that the perimeter is equal to 82. So if we add all of the sides, so I have 2 plus 2, 4, 5, 6W plus 8 plus 8 will give us 16. This is equal to 82. Okay, so the hardest part is the setup of the problem. If we can set it up correctly, identify the sides, it just becomes an easy equation to solve. So let's subtract 16 on both sides. So this is 0. I end up with 6W is equal to 66. Divide by 6. Divide by 6. We end up with W is equal to 11. Okay, so that's the width of the rectangle, and this is what we were being asked to do. So we are done with this problem. Okay, so let's practice one more. So we have another rectangle problem. Okay, there you go.
So here we have the length of a rectangle is 10 less than 4 times its width, and the perimeter of the rectangle is 150 centimeters. So we want to find the width of the rectangle. So we start with our diagram. So we have rectangle. And then it says rectangle is 10 less than 4 times. So 10 less than 4 times its width. So the rate, I will write this as 10 less times 4 times its width. And we can use that on this side of the rectangle. There we go. So whatever's on this side is the same on the bottom side, right? Because they're both the same length. And then both our sides would be W width, because we don't know what number that is.
We're looking for the width. So we have the length expressed in terms of the width.
Okay, now we can add all these together. So we have 4, 8, 9, 10 W. And then we have minus 10 would be negative 20. And we already have that the perimeter of the rectangle is 150. So we have 150 centimeters. So now we want to find a solution for W. So we add 20 for both sides. 20 cancels out. We bring 10W down. And that would be 130.
170. We are adding.
170. 170. And then we have to divide by 10 in order to get W by itself, and that should give us
17.
So that's our width. So we'll find the width.
Okay. Yeah, so that's our answer. So the width is equal to 17. Okay, so we got 2 rectangle problems. Let's move on to some triangles. So for the next example, example 3, now we have a triangle. Okay, so it says the first side of a triangle is 5 centimeters shorter than the second side. So that's one piece of information. The third side is 7 more than the first side. So that's the second piece of information. And the perimeter of the triangle is equal to 21. Okay, find the length of the longest side. So that can be pretty confusing. Okay, so again, let's sketch a diagram. So I have a triangle. Okay, so first side is 5 centimeters shorter than the second side. So let me label the second side with X, since I don't know anything else about the second side. So first side, 5 centimeters shorter. So if the second side is X, my first side will be X minus 5. And the third side is 7 centimeters more than the first side. So that's X minus 5. That was my first side, plus 7. So negative 5 plus 7, we end up with X plus 2. Okay? So again, to get the perimeter, if I add all of the sides, so now my sides are, let's list them, X minus 5 plus X plus 2. The perimeter must equal 21. Okay, so combining like terms, X plus X plus X, I have 3X, negative 5 plus 2. Okay, so solving this equation, add 3 on both sides, and we end up with 3x is equal to positive 24 divided by 3, divided by 3. So x is equal to 8. Okay, but in this case, we are not done because the question was find the length of the longest side. Okay, so if this side was x, this one is x minus 5, so that will be shorter. So my longest side will be x plus 2, which is 8 plus 2. So x plus 2 or 8 plus 2 or 10. So the longest side would be 10 centimeters. Okay, and we have one more triangle problem.
So example 4, we have the first side of a triangle is 6 centimeters more than the second. So let's start with our triangle. Okay, so I don't know if it's helpful, but I sometimes can number my
Very good
triangle.
idea. So you know precisely which side is represented with what
So
expression.
For instance, I have first side of a triangle is 6. So I know the first side is 6 centimeters more than the second. So the second, I don't know what that is. So I put an X there. The first side is again 6 more than the second, so we have 6 more than the second. The third side is 11 more than the second side, so the third side is 11 more than the second side. The perimeter of the triangle is 83 centimeters, so find the length of the longest side. So we know that all these will equal 83 centimeters. So we have to combine all these terms together. So we have x plus 6 plus x and
Plus
11. Combine all these together. We have 3x equals 17.
Plus 6.
Oh.
Oh, okay, you're
I skipped the stuff.
yeah, you skipped a step. So we need equals 83,
83.
and then combine the numbers as well.
Okay, so now we divide 3 on both sides.
Okay, so be careful. We if you just go a step back, because
Sure.
originally you forgot to write the 83. So we should have 3x plus 17 equals 83.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, so let's
we
just
got
rewrite it. No big deal. So 3x.
3x
plus
plus
17
equals 83.
Yeah,
Okay.
and now we're solving.
Now we subtract 17 from both sides. Cancel 17, bring 3x down.
66
That would be 66. Okay.
divided by 3,
And that
22.
should be x equals 22. So now it's asking us to find the length of the longest side. So my longest side here is x plus 11. So x plus 11, and then that would be 22 plus 11, which would be x equals 33.
Okay, excellent. So
Thank
we're
you,
done
And
with all the examples. So you should be ready for your journal assignment. So for your journal assignment, we have 2 problems for you. Okay, so the first problem is like the first 2 examples. You have a rectangle, so sketch a picture, label the sides, write the equation and solve it. And the same for the second one. The second one is like the third and fourth example where you will have to sketch a triangle, label the sides, set up the equation, and solve the equation. So good luck!